Okay, let's dive into this. When you hear the word hacker, what immediately pops into your head? You're probably picturing, a shadowy figure sitting in a dark basement room, furiously typing away, trying to steal your data or break into a bank. It is absolutely no secret that hackers have a pretty terrible reputation. But here is the fascinating reality. While that bad reputation isn't completely unearned, it's definitely not the whole story.
So, we really have to ask ourselves, are all hackers actually malicious? The answer might genuinely surprise you. We tend to view hackers as this monolith, right? Just a single group of bad actors out to get us. But in reality, some hackers are actually incredibly helpful, and their work is absolutely vital for advancing cybersecurity and keeping our entire digital world safe.
Section 1. Beyond the hacker stereotype. Hackers generally fall into three distinct and admittedly very broad categories based on their internal motivations and the specific methods they use. We've got white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and gray hat hackers. Think of this as the classic good, the bad, and the gray. Character-driven arc of our explainer today. Getting a firm grasp on the difference between these three groups is absolutely critical for understanding how modern cybersecurity actually works behind the scenes.
Section 2. White hats, ethical defenders. Let's move to and see how this builds.
By definition, white hat hackers are known to be your ethical hackers. They are highly skilled cybersecurity professionals. But instead of breaking in to steal things or cause chaos, they work hand in hand with organizations. Their entire goal is to identify security vulnerabilities within a system. By using their skills, they help organizations find and fix their digital flaws way before the malicious hackers can ever get to them. They're out there actively fortifying our digital infrastructure. Now, how exactly do they do this? The core tool in their toolkit is called a penetration test. A pen test is essentially a simulated cyber attack. The white hats will literally attack an organization's systems, using the exact same tools a real criminal would to evaluate the security safely. It's like a high-stakes stress test, but one where the outcome is a stronger, patched defense rather than a stolen database.
Section 3. Black hats, cybercriminals.
Now, for the typical villains of the story, a black hat hacker is purely malicious. These are the cybercriminals who are typically motivated by one major thing above all else, and that's financial gain. They are actively hunting for vulnerabilities in systems and personal online accounts, and when they find them, they ruthlessly exploit those vulnerabilities to steal sensitive data, install destructive malware, or just completely disrupt business operations.
Black hats use a variety of pretty aggressive methods. They'll launch distributed denial of service, or DDoS attacks, to completely overwhelm servers and shut down websites. They ruthlessly exploit data breaches to steal identities, and they covertly install malware to hijack systems. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how they compromise systems and online accounts. Their entire toolkit is designed for maximum disruption and illicit profit. The contrast between these two extremes is just stark. On one side, you have the white hats, motivated purely by system security, utilizing methods like invited, authorized penetration tests. And on the flip side, the black hats, motivated solely by financial gain, utilizing methods like exploiting data breaches. It is the fundamental difference between an ethical stress test meant to help and a devastating criminal exploit meant to do serious harm.
Section 4. Gray hats, the unpredictables.
A gray hat hacker operates in this very strange middle ground. They are the morally ambiguous wild cards of the internet. They act neither maliciously, like a black hat, nor from a strict code of ethics, like a white hat. If that sounds entirely unpredictable to you, well, your instincts are right on the money. They aren't purely good or evil. They will actually probe systems without any permission whatsoever. And then, rather than destroying things, they request a fee for reporting what they found.
A great way to think about gray hats is this quote: "Gray hat hackers are often found looking into your system security, but without your permission or knowledge." Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that highly mercenary nature of offering to report vulnerabilities only in return for a price. Imagine someone checking all the locks on your house in the middle of the night without asking you first, and then leaving a note on your door offering to tell you which ones are broken, but only for a fee. It's a wildly unpredictable approach to cybersecurity.
Section 5. Your digital defense playbook.
All right, we've met the cast of characters operating in the shadows of the web. But listen, this isn't just some abstract story happening to other people. This directly affects you. The single most important thing to remember here is that you are not helpless against the malicious black hats of the world. You are in control. Regardless of the varying motivations of these different types of hackers, you have the absolute power to defend your digital life. We're going to go through the rule of 3 for our defense playbook. 3 essential, actionable steps you need to follow right now to ensure you are well prepared.
Here is the high-level overview of your defense strategy. Step 1. Use strong and unique passwords. Step 2. Enable multi-factor authentication. And Step 3. Keep your software up to date. Let's break these down one by one, because each of these layers acts as a powerful shield against cybercriminals.
Tip number 1. The anatomy of a strong password. Malicious hackers specifically target individuals who use weak, everyday passwords because, frankly, it's incredibly easy for them to guess. A truly strong password must be made up of at least 16 characters, and it absolutely has to contain a complex mix of uppercase letters, lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols. Combining these elements creates a unique cryptographic lock that makes it incredibly challenging for any hacker to compromise your accounts. Tip number 2. Enable multi-factor authentication, or MFA. Think of this as a totally non-negotiable extra layer of security added to your online accounts. MFA means that even if a hacker somehow manages to steal your strong password, they still can't get in. It requires you to verify your identity with an entirely additional method, like plugging in a physical hardware security key, checking a dedicated authentication app on your smartphone, or receiving an SMS code. Enabling this makes gaining unauthorized access exponentially harder for cybercriminals. No way around it.
Finally, tip number 3. Keep your software up to date. Updated software actively patches the exact security flaws criminals are out there hunting for. Outdated software, on the other hand, is basically an open invitation. Malicious hackers exploit those unpatched flaws in order to bypass security and deliver malware directly into your machine. So, the crucial point is, whenever a new update becomes available for your device, do not hesitate to install it immediately. Just get it done.
We've seen in our explainer today that the world of hackers is complex and, honestly, pretty fascinating. From the white hats working for the common good to the black hats driven strictly by financial gain and the unpredictable gray hats operating somewhere in the middle. But ultimately, their motivations don't change your personal responsibility. I want to leave you with this final provocative thought based on the playbook we just went through. Now that you know exactly who is out there operating in the dark, are your accounts truly secure? Take control today, implement those 3 vital steps, and stay prepared.